Hello there. Welcome back for part 2 of the Quit Chasin' Podcast 999 Challenge. I'm Arthur Deedle. You might remember me from videos such as the last one and this one if you're watching it again. Buckle up as the dogs and brews add up and see what other guests are in store. Sit back and enjoy part 2 of the Quit Chasin' Podcast 999 Challenge, Alex's version.
We're back, folks. We are back. We had to fill our plates, fill our glasses, and god damn it, this game is so fast. It's so fast, guys.
It is a fast one, man. We picked a
Why couldn't it be 12-9?
3-and-out burner.
This is an unfortunate plot development. So, given that we need there are only 3 people watching us at this point, and that's okay. It's all right. We love you guys.
Yeah. This is going to be cut up into 9 different chapters and brought out. Even though I don't know if it is, man. I don't know if we're bringing our podcast magic.
I'll be honest with you. I am not convinced that an inning by inning methodology is going to work well for us.
No, not at all.
We're gonna have to go content to content.
Yeah, maybe this is just a series of reels. Fish came in, he delivered. He told us
Sure did. And we've got
corny
friends
balls
coming
and
in.
strikes joke that I've heard 9,000 times, but I still love you, dude.
It was really good.
No, it's not.
No, I liked it. But we promised you guys we would do some of our bits. One of those bits being media stables. So, Danny, I ask you, do you have a media stables for this week?
I don't know.
Could you bake it? Could you try it? Karen, was that you laughing? Outstanding.
No, I haven't amped up though.
Go.
Hold on. There we go. Now we're doing it.
No. Let's not do it.
Oh, you can't see it. Why?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the one camera thing.
It is the one camera thing.
All right.
That's our amped up graphic.
Danny's amped up. Let's find out why. How are we halfway through the 6th inning? Go ahead.
You know what's got me amped up, Alex, this week?
What's got you amped up this week, Danny?
Internet culture.
Go ahead. What does that mean to you?
I don't know exactly, per se. But like the digital presence. And here's the thing. And it's something that we talk about on the show constantly. Or not constantly, but often. We bring up some, especially during this segment. We often try to bring our takes and understand that, like, oh my goodness, we sound like the old men yelling at clouds, reminiscing about better days, right?
Sometimes,
So,
sure.
it happens. It happens a lot on this segment, and I apologize about this. Double fisting the dogs. But that just kind of means like doing business in particular, and the way things go down, like ghosting culture, for instance.
Professionalism.
Not even that. I mean, even in the dating world, like, here's the thing, like, can you break up with someone over text? Like, the answer is yes, kind of. It depends.
It can be done.
Right. I mean, like,
Danny, I got to ask you, what is happening tonight with the Phillies? Why have we not really been able to produce shit?
yeah, so I think we had this conversation on, I forget what episode it was.
As do I.
I'm getting there. I'll think about it.
Sure.
The week before our All-Star episode,
Yep.
I believe,
1, 2.
where I kind of said we've got.
Who's here? If it's who I...
It is.
Buddy.
And you know what? We'll finish this with Chris.
We will. I'm excited.
Yeah. Hey, we see you when you're up and running. People may remember Chris Ferry, friend of the show.
I see it.
From
3 comments. Let her go.
No.
What? Talk to me.
It's not her. It's a him. And you know who we're talking about. She knows who we're talking about.
I don't know who we're talking about.
She knows who we're talking about.
As long as she knows. He.
Yeah, we'll wait for Chris to finish this, but I think we start to have to. I think we have to start to have that conversation
of
the playoff bye.
Dude, I do not want the playoff bye at all. Like, and here's the thing. Damn it, Dodgers. Can you start winning? Can you start winning, living up to your payroll so we can not get a bye? I don't want to buy. I don't want it. MLB, guess what? Have it back. I don't want the bye. Make us keep fighting. Atlanta, could you make this race competitive? Could you give us a reason to turn it on come September? Can you give us a reason to not lazily just moonwalk into the postseason where we haven't played meaningful baseball in 6 weeks and we come in and just get absolutely murdered? Because that's what happened to Atlanta the last 2 years by us. We tend to do that too, folks, in the postseason. Like, it would be really, really, really nice if someone else could come in and start showing some of our flaws, because my biggest fear right now is that we're not going to trade anyone and we're not going to make a big splash. And I don't get that, because this core isn't going to be around for Andrew Painter. What's happening? Okay.
No, they absolutely.
God damn it. Second run? Come on, JT. Fuck. 2-0 Pirates. Dude, Brian Reynolds was zooming around that pace. Oh, that sucks. That's tough.
Yeah, like a big move needs to be made, right?
Yes. Something.
Because
a
some of these
move.
single A's, Crawford has just moved up to AA. I don't know if you saw that. So he's starting to rise up in the ranks. But like, yeah, they're holding on to these guys that aren't going to be around.
P.S. Finally, some sort of a break. We're going to the bullpen. Chris Sanchez. I mean, I'm not excited that we're down 2-0, but it's very, very nice to be going to a break for a hot second.
Yeah, we're going to a break for a hot second. What's up, Chris? How are you?
What's up? Sorry for that delay, man. I literally just I told Alex I got family in town, so we just got home from dinner and going out and all that stuff. So.
Oh, nice. I heard you guys were golfing. What'd you shoot?
We went out this morning. Probably got 15 holes in before lightning came in, but we shot I think I threw 15. I was like 4 over.
Nice. I did a scramble last weekend with the Pupo family. That was a good time. I think we ended up maybe 3 or 4 under, something like that. I forget.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Under par is always respectable in a scramble, so that's good.
At that point in the game, Chris, how much of this game have you actually watched?
I've watched 0 of the game. I have watched about 10 minutes of your of the live feed.
Nice.
And of the 10 minutes I watched, about 8 minutes of it was Alex looking like he needed a giant tablet of Pepsi.
Oh, shit. I'm really looking that dead this entire time.
I think it was the constant air bubble in your stomach that was causing the the belly up. You know what I mean? So
you know what? It has not been ideal.
So here's the thing: we're slugging beers, eating dogs, and we're using these lav mics, so they're just right up on us. Everyone gets to hear the fun of it.
You got an automatic 3 strikes on you, so it's
100%.
Before we get any further, for those of you who are unaware, Chasers, welcome back, Chris, to the show. He joined us on our quarterly roundtable, episode 10. Welcome back, man. It's good to see you. How you been?
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me back. It's awesome to be part of this event. I wish the game was a little better.
Yeah, right.
But I think we still got some time, and with JT back, he just got on base, so I think we're hopefully looking up for the last third of the game.
let me ask you this: Are you even remotely surprised that coming out of the All-Star break, this is the version of the Phillies that we have been put in front of?
Great question.
No.
No,
No. I half expected us to struggle for probably the first 5 or 6, and knowing I was just saying this to someone just the other day, knowing what we're going to have to face from the end of this month for probably a solid 4 weeks, with the West Coast series that we have on top of playing Atlanta again, and the Guardians series, which is going to be extremely tough. It's going to be that interesting month that we've been waiting for to see how we would, react to it and how the team would react to it. Hopefully we'll be 100% healthy by that point. It looks like we're going to be, barring something crazy happening. But it's obviously the first half for us was a dream because we're used to starting off so slow and then really ramping it up in August. But we'll see how it goes from here. So
I think that's fair. And I think depending on really how things go through the next couple of weeks and how we go through the next few series will give us a better understanding of how confident we should be come September, come October, and all that shit.
Can I just say one more thing again? Why is there already 2 outs in the 7th inning?
Dude,
you know what?
That has been our lament this whole game.
This entire game. There are 2 outs. There's a man on. But again, it is 8:23 at night, man. Like,
is
damn.
Greg Maddux pitching or what's happening here?
We're like an hour 40 into this game, and we're the 2 outs at the top of the 7th, and they did us no favors.
No, if ever there was a night to skip a 999 challenge, there's the 3rd out. God dang it.
Here's what I did for you guys, because I know how much you've been talking about this on the podcast. I wanted to help you guys out as much as I could. So I've got 3 glizzies right here ready to go.
Nice. Yes.
So, but obviously I was expecting to come on this podcast here, in about a half hour.
Sure.
Yeah.
And on top of, I'm not doing 9 dogs, but I did just come from dinner having I had a Philly cheesesteak just to
Smart.
Get the ball rolling.
So, for sure.
Right.
So I'll qualify that for 4 dogs in itself.
Nice. I'm with you.
I'm here for it.
So
we will.
Cheers to you guys.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We were originally going to tell our guests that they had to finish the complete 999 challenge the inning that they were on. But if you want to do 3, that's cool enough. Hey,
you're gonna lose friends that way, though.
Yeah, right. Well, you don't make friends with salad. So
bring it back. I love it.
This is what I do.
I love it.
So, Chris, you feel that way? What you were expecting? What you said, like starting slow, first 5 to 6. Was that because of the history that they have coming off of breaks, or was that like just the schedule, or a combination of both? Like, where were you with that?
I think. Hold on, let me finish chewing real quick.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
We've been chewing and burping, man, so it's fine. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, we're into it.
I am. Dude, this is one of the single hardest. So I am so excited because tomorrow I'm going to start an amazing diet.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're at.
I am going to go a whole shit ton of vegetables, some rices and quinoas, and just this is obscene. I hate the 999.
I will tell for the people that are watching, when I first arrived until now, Alex's eyes are a good half a centimeter lower. That might be a little too short. Definitely a full centimeter, maybe.
I also get super sleepy the more I drink. I get very, very tired.
I think I'm looking for Bryson to start. Finding the bat, finding the ball a little bit. He really came on the second half. Come the end of August last year. If you didn't see, this is my ring the bell, spike the bat shirt from Barstool, Philly.
All right.
To represent his Grand Slam last year, but I think he had his good games and some of his bad, but I think he lacked consistency. and he was really one of the Phillies that didn't get hurt in the first half, that just had the random off day and just still couldn't. I would almost say that Cassie, had a better first half than Bryson did.
Sure.
Even it's like, I think Alex, you were saying that, given all the flack that Bryson doesn't get and that Nick does get every time he goes on a game where he goes over 4 with 4 strikeouts. So
for sure, Casty definitely does have a microscope on him, whereas some other players get a little bit more additional grace. I will agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, so our argument, or at least mine, and I think Alex was agreeing with me, was that so his walks are up. He still does that thing where he's taking large multiple pitch at bats. They're not quite. His bats aren't at bats, even with his outs, aren't at quite as good as they were previously that we adore him for. But if you get that true 4-hole hitter by the time of the deadline, and everyone gets moved back to spot where they probably belong, you're not noticing Stott as much.
That's true.
Correct.
I mean, yeah, all right, cool. I mean, I don't know if you feel that way. That is kind of the stance I'm taking on it. I like a guy who's walking more than he walked last year, and if you're getting that out of your 7 or 8 hole, I'm fine with it, really.
That's fair.
Yeah, but, versus he was batting most of the year. Come the last 25 games into the playoffs, he was batting in the 5 or 6 hole most of the time, if I'm not mistaken, last year. Correct.
Yeah, I think it was too. I mean, yeah, right. It comes down to that, and what I believe is the lack of a true 4-hole hitter.
I mean, we need, but who is that? Who is that's out there that we could grab? That
I'm not a GM. I don't have to be a GM. I'm drinking beers and eating hot dogs in your living room.
You know what? That's fair.
That's my qualification.
So, all right. So, who would you bring in? Outfielder, I would imagine. Outfielder.
Yeah, a nice right.
Belly? Is Belly a cleanup hitter? Is Bellinger a cleanup hitter?
In this lineup, yeah, absolutely.
And that contract is massive, but they already got rid of Witt, and there was someone else that got released, wasn't there? No, was it just Witt?
Well, so Dahl was DFA'd as well. We did have it
DFA'd, and he requested a trade.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Oh shit, that's right. The memorial.
Chris is on it.
Huh?
Chris is on it.
Chris is on it.
So we try not to play the fantasy GM game, but it's a right-handed outfield bat, right?
For sure.
If it's me, and I know the names floated around on some media outlets, and I know we just saw him before the All-Star break, and he had a hell of a game that last game on that Sunday. Is Brent Rooker, the outfielder for the A's, who's been on the trading block since probably end of April. Doesn't have a big contract because no one on the A's does. Let's be honest. But I think he'd be that bat that we can even throw in left field if we absolutely have to give us at least a three-hole hitter that then an Alec can move down into the 4-hole bat cleanup and kind of round out what we need. I would even be suspect to say, how do we move around Trey out of the 2-hole to if we catch someone like that to play with some sort of power that we may end up with off of free agency or the trade deadline.
Yeah, where would you? I like it. Where would you have Trey? So here's the thing about Trey too. The idea of Schwarber, Turner, Harper getting the first at bat. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to leave from that.
I want to lead. So that's the thing. If we got a leadoff guy, Schwarber's a great 4. If we got an actual leadoff guy, a Luis Arraez or something, like if we had an actual leadoff hitter, we could move Schwarber to 4. We don't have a leadoff guy. There is no one on our lineup that I trust to be a leadoff more than Kyle Schwarber. And that's what it is. It's not that Kyle is best suited for number 1, but compared to everyone else on the team, Kyle is suited best for the leadoff spot. But if we brought in
Correct.
a legitimate, honest to goodness leadoff hitter, you could move Kyle to 4, and then everything falls into place. And that's what I don't understand. Hasn't been talked about. That's what I don't get. Has never been discussed.
So my argument of once we get that true 4-hole hitter, that's where the lineup really takes stride. Your counter argument is once we get the true leadoff hitter, we already have the 4-hole hitter.
We have a great leadoff hitter in Kyle Schwarber.
Fair.
It's just if we had 2 great leadoff hitters, I'd rather have Schwarber as a cleanup guy. Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I think you do.
Because you hear him say all those times in those interviews where he's like, I can hit anywhere. I'm not comfortable there. Like, he speaks out of both sides of his mouth when he talks about the lineup. And that's kind of frustrating.
I don't feel like he walks a lot, which is great. You want to get your leadoff guy on. Trey's been on fire, not to mention Trey can run all over the base pass, and we know that.
Fact.
But if that's the case when we get that power hitter or whoever it may be, does he automatically slide into that 5-hole, which then moves everyone else down to supplement our lineup? Because then no matter what, you're still looking at your top 5 to 6 hitters are your power guys, and you hope to get production out of your 7, 8, 9. At least get on base so that the top of the lineup, when you circle the lineup, can produce and drive in runs.
If I could bet $100 that the Phillies would come out lethargic and uninterested and unready to win at a major league level, if I could have put money on that, I probably would have, and then I would have gotten a couple of free
God
out of it. Oh no, because
we're starting to get there.
I'll tell you what. So, folks, one of the things I was most passionate about with the 999 challenge was being authentic and being real and admitting when enough is enough. I'll be honest with you. At no point was I intending to let myself get sick. So at 7 dogs and 7 beers, I am tapping the hell out. I'm done. I'm throwing the towel, guys. I will sip on this beer, but I'm good. Like, I have nothing to prove. This was a lot of fun, but I don't want to be sick for the next 2.5 days. So I'm tapping out. It is what it is. Tap.
I feel like you'll just have to do this sometime before the season ends, but you need to do it when you're facing a pitcher that has an ERA over 7.
I'll tell you what. If this could have been any other, you look at, there have been 10 total hits in this game. The Phillies have 3 of them. Like, this has not been the kind of game that you do a 999 challenge for. And truth be told, I have been practicing. I have been enjoying the glizzy life. I've been drinking beers, which, again, I'm not a beer guy. And I told Kara, like, this is it. After this, I'm going to go on a health kick because I feel just, oh, God, this is the worst. I hate it.
This challenge doesn't work for 5-pitch 2 ground ball innings.
Dude,
no, it absolutely does not.
This has been bullshit. I'm not going to kill we are 2 hours and 4 minutes into our broadcast, and that's asinine for the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, I almost feel like next time we do this, we should have probably picked like Rangers v. Orioles.
I think Jose Alvarado. He's in a rough patch. He's had 2 or 3 straight tough outings where he's just not able to find the plate, but he'll come around.
But everyone in the bullpen at some point has gone through their rough patch. Every single, this guy glizzing out and going for it, every single member of our bullpen at some point has hit that rough spot where we're like, I don't know. The only one that hasn't really is Hoffman.
Jeff Hoffman.
Hoffman is Strom. Strom and Hoffman.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
They've been dinged up both a couple times, but nothing nothing
of
concern.
Right. Like Alvarado has now consistently
pitchers are going to get dusted once or twice.
For sure.
Right.
Every now and then the pitcher's going to
normal amount of dusting.
Yes.
Right. No cause for concern.
The biggest thing I hope in this offseason that happens is I don't even care about the free agency or picking up new players or whatever. I hope the biggest thing our team can do is teach Caleb Kaufman teaching Orion Kirkering on a changeup or another off-speed pitch. Because with him, with a third pitch, is going to make him virtually unstoppable.
So it's also I agree with you emphatically. It's just I think that the deployment of his pitches and the games that are called by the catchers haven't been great for Kirkering. I think that they are not utilizing his gifts in a manner that makes sense for how they're calling the strike versus movement pitches, and it's really hurting his ability to deliver. I hope with JT coming back that gets fixed, but even still, we'll see. We'll see.
I think you guys brought this up as you're talking about catchers. Have you guys talked about now that JT's healthy? I mean, did they send Rafael Marchand back down today?
They did. They sent Marchand down
and Martin
Junior. Who was the other person they sent down?
Junior.
No, they brought up Junior and JT. They sent down Marchand and Mercado.
Oh yeah,
that was the end. Mercado went down.
Why? What's your take on Marchand?
I think I mentioned this to Alex a couple weeks ago too. I was 65-35 that Marchand needed to stay up, and you send Garrett Stubbs down, DFA him for a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. See how consistent Marchand can play every fourth or fifth day. You know, when Nola's on the hill, or when you know if Zach's on the hill, put him with your top 2 or 3 guys. See how he calls that game. He's got more pop on the bat, obviously, than Garrett does. I think he's just generally more athletic, and see what that position does. That if nothing more, it's going to give him another opportunity to, because he's been in our franchise for a little bit. Give him the opportunity to look and get another contract with another team, become an everyday catcher, and then see where that takes him. So
okay. Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. So my take with him, I was telling Alex, is don't necessarily move away from Stubbs as the backup this year. Like, if you want to do that whole vibes thing, clubhouse thing, like, fine, whatever. Like, when it comes down to late September in the post, you're not seeing anyone behind the dish except for JT anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? So why screw up? Why screw up the clubhouse dynamic with that?
I think I'm a little bit ahead of you guys.
Apparently.
Yeah, it sounds like you are.
Oh, that sucks.
You are.
No, gosh darn it. 4-0. You know what, dude? We're about to enter the gauntlet of our season. We're about to, oh, damn. What are you at? What's your number?
Is that number 8?
Is that 8? Yes. That is 8. How many beers you at? Also 8?
This, when I finish this, will be 8.
Oh, shit. Can you go 9 before the end of the 9th?
I'm really trying.
Because there's not going to be a bottom of the 9th at this point. There is not going to be a bottom of the 9th at this point.
So here's the deal.
Okay. How are we doing this?
The first bite of that dog that I took was disgusting. My body said no more.
For sure, man. I know. I don't want either of us to die over this.
I'm going to finish this beer.
Sure.
I'm going to see where we are.
We're going to be dead.
And then I'm going to go from there.
Okay.
Because I have one more to do.
You do. That's true. I quit at 7. 7, I was like,
I'm also going to take my time on this beer. Because here's the other caveat. Here's the caveat. We're not going to get to a bottom of the 9th.
We're not.
But
we're not getting a bottom of the 9th. That's so true.
But I also have to go to the bathroom
I have to pee in the worst way possible.
And I know that I cannot put another beer and a hot dog in me without doing that.
For sure.
But I know that I don't have a bottom of the 9th.
That's so true.
So I'm like in Screwville right now.
It's true.
Hey, Danny, Dan, let me ask you this. Yeah. Because I know on social media, when you see these challenges, you don't know what the parameters around like the bathroom breaks and all that stuff are, right?
Right.
And you don't know what the score of the game is or how long the game took. Do you feel like this would go down a lot easier if we were actually winning the baseball game?
Now, they would have went down a lot easier if they,
there was fucking offense on either side. Any amount of legitimate offense.
I'm
That extended
Just-
fucking innings.
just to
been nice.
just to give this thing 15 more minutes, right? I can't
That-
tell if it's the game score, if it's the amount of hot dogs that he's eaten, or just that
he's all.
That's got
the sponsorship of the podcast from Zantac 75 that's going to be needed to subdue his stomach.
It's actually Prilosec. I bought 3 bottles of Prilosec before I got here. Yeah. Because that's the 24-hour relief. That's what you need. I'll tell you what. I'm an Italian American. You know what I mean? So like,
Perfect.
everything I eat just rips my stomach apart. But I would get my card taken away from me if I didn't eat it daily. So I brought 3 bottles. I'm going to leave one for him for the future. We'll be good to go. We needed some of those middle innings to go a little bit. Like maybe a pitching change in the 5th or something would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I just heard a right from the bathroom upstairs. So Alex agreed.
4th inning.
Yeah, exactly. We do. We need a.
What in the 4th inning have just like strung together 4 fucking hits just to help us a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. We needed a Ricky Botalico RAV4 inning break or whatever they call it. I just got a text from my good buddy Dave who asks, "Do you only need to eat 8.5 dogs if it's an 8.5 inning game?"
Oh, now that is an interesting question. Who is this, Dave?
Dave, my buddy Dave.
Dave, great question. Well, okay. Let me ask. Okay, all right.
Yeah, let's Chris.
Okay.
What,
Okay, so here's where.
Hold on.
Love it or hate it.
Love it or hate it. 8.5 dogs, 8.5 beers, and an 8.5 inning game.
But
I think
on the converse of that, if it's 10 innings,
Hold on.
do you have to go 10 dogs?
No, it's not.
I feel like if it's back and forth, maybe there's a level. I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense symmetrically.
Hey, you know what, guys? If you want to start the 8.5 challenge on TikTok, you go for it.
Chris
for it,
and
I will be the first one to comment thumbs down.
That's where we're at right now.
Well,
what do you want from me, guys?
We have 3 hits and left all
Go
in
get
one
it.
base.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I've made up my mind. I'm doing it.
Do it. I don't have to. But Chuck Bednar.
Be the entertainment. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna grab the last beer. I'm gonna grab the last dog. And I'm gonna do it probably with 2 outs.
You better hurry up because we're not scoring 4 runs.
That was 1 out, Danny. That was 1 out. So Danny decided. Here's where Danny fucked up that I would have done differently. Okay, Danny went to the bathroom first. What I would have done first is grab the dog so I could eat the dog while I was peeing, because he is just wasting time by not doubling up. You're so right, and like I don't know. I guess that is just part of
You're right.
Timmy Dugan.
Let's go.
There's no crying in baseball, folks. There is an out, and Bryce Harper is at 2-2. Why do I give a shit about what the Atlanta score is right now? Why are they showing that to me?
Sorry, I may have just ruined it for you, but
shut up. Shut your face. Shut your face. Okay. All right. It's only a 3-run deficit, guys.
Tell me how you feel about the Allegheny River.
There is a meaningless Bryce Harper home run, guys. 22 home runs in the season. It is a 4-1 game. No naked lap, which is better than my grandmother's funeral. Sorry, Grandma Kruger.
I always prefer the Monongahela River anyway.
Oh, he went full Monongahela. Okay. All right. What Pennsylvania town, borough, city, whatever word are you most proud of being able to pronounce? Because me, it might be Conshohocken.
Conchahocken's a good one.
Monongahela was fantastic. Schuylkill is a good one. Danny, we are talking Pennsylvania words that you are able to pronounce that if you put it in front of someone, they wouldn't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, the Schuylkill River.
The Schuylkill River, Monongahela, Conshohocken.
Pelicanwood.
Two outs. Danny, start chugging the knee.
Yeah, come on.
You gotta remind. Because I haven't been
it's
I haven't lived up there in a long time. I used to when I would drive to college in New York, and you're driving up up by Scranton. There's I call it a sexual themed named town that's on an exit sign, and I forget.
Is it Blue Balls? Is it Intercourse? Here's
Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Okay. That would be it. Not that's challenging, but it gives you a good laugh.
Here's a fun thing for people that aren't relative to Pennsylvania. From a geographical sense, I see that.
What's the reference?
From a geographical sense,
Did you finish a half a dog?
He's getting there. He's gonna do it. Do it, Danny. God damn it, because he's gonna.
Just in time.
Oh, you're done. Sorry, buddy. Sorry,
good effort.
Not. Matty P.
Good effort.
Holy shit! Oh my God, folks.
Bring him in.
2 hours. This thing, but we have Matty P joining from Pittsburgh. You piece of shit! You have taken 2 out of 3 so far from us. What do you have to say for yourself, you fake Braves fan?
No one cares.
I guess I have to take my broom to the game tomorrow.
Here's the thing. If you do take a broom tomorrow and they do sweep, you're dead to me. And I will make Danny the new godfather to my children. Okay, just out of spite.
Whoa.
All right, you're right. I can't take that from you. I don't know where Danny's going. It looks he's good. He's okay. Chris Ferry, Matt Pupo, first time in at least a decade. How are we?
Good. How's the challenge going?
They failed.
I bitched out at 7. Fully honest. Danny, I think Danny got it, but here's the thing, Matthew. As you may or may not have noticed, this is one of the fastest games I have ever experienced in my entire life. Are you kidding me? It is currently 9:00 at night for a game that started at 6:40, and it's over. It's done.
Yep.
What were we supposed to do here?
Yeah, I told Nick Bader, who I was sitting next to at dinner tonight, that in the 5th inning, I was like, they need a lot more runs if they're going to get through this one.
I'll tell you what, man. When it was 0-0 in the 6th inning, it was quite obvious it was not going to be our night to complete the 999 challenge. This was not the game. How do you feel about this Pittsburgh team?
Oh, the same as I always do.
Is Jess driving?
Jess is driving.
Hi, Jess.
We just left Albero Verde for dinner tonight.
Give it a plug.
Give it the plug.
Yeah, just left Albero Verde in Green Tree in Pittsburgh, where Big Anthony Pupo is the chef. Had a lovely meal with my sister and my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my fiance, and followed the game on the MLB app while Nick was following the Orioles game. And so no, I mean, come on now. The Pirates are the Pirates. For some reason, they always play like the 27 Yankees against these Phillies.
Seriously,
and, I'm not going to lie. I turned the game off last night when it was 7-4. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then we saw that happen. And
that's the difference between you as a Pirates fan and me as a Phillies fan. I knew for a fact that 7-4 we were losing that game. You knew for a fact that 7-4 you were losing that game. Turned out I was right. Turned out I was right on that one. Wish I hadn't been, but here we are.
And we're going to the game tomorrow. So
let me ask you a question. If you were to name the current Philly
We
killer,
get to love it and hate it off.
the current Philly killer on the Pittsburgh team, who would it be?
like as of this weekend?
Like right now, if you were to count on one guy to be able
How'd you
to
do that?
step up on that bat and murder the Phillies, who would it be?
O'Neal Cruz.
How'd you do that?
O'Neal Cruz. I was thinking Rowdy Tellez.
Oh, I love Rowdy. Rowdy's a good time.
First off, Rowdy is everything that you hate about baseball. It's that guy that, like, you remember in Moneyball when Jonah Hill is showing Brad Pitt, that guy that, like, hits the home run but doesn't realize it, and so, like, he thought he hit a single. and he just fall. That's Rowdy to me, and I hate him. And he's such a Philly killer. What's
That's
up?
a good comp. That's a good comp.
Right?
I was briefly in a joke punk band called the Rowdy Brown Holes.
The Rowdy Roundholes. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What is the okay? You know what, Matthew? Actually, you're someone that listens to sports talk radio.
All the
Danny
time.
Is someone,
Oh, yeah,
Danny
same
is
here,
someone
man.
that lives in the city of Philadelphia.
Mhm.
In the city of Pittsburgh, no
Sure.
one gives two flying hairy ass fucks about baseball, but football is king. So,
Great question.
how much talk radio right now, if you were to percentage it out, where does it lie between football, hockey, and baseball? Where are the percentages on Pittsburgh talk radio right now?
Right now, it's all about baseball because of Skeens and what they're going to do at the trade deadline, and
Are they buyers?
and the
Are they
massive
buyers?
level of mediocrity in the
They're never
National
buyers.
League that's keeping them in the playoff race.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, just now by beating the Phillies, I think they're now in the wild card spot. I think
that or like a half game. So yeah, I mean, it's all about Pirates right now, but like in like a week and a half, the Steelers are going to go to training camp, and it's all going to be about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. So,
for sure.
and we know as well as anybody that the Pirates could go, 2-8 over their next 10 and play themselves right out of talk radio. So, but I think like as long as Skeens is still pitching the way he is, and they're scraping out wins here and there, they're going to keep talking about him. But overall, the breakdown is Steelers, then Penguins, then Pirates.
Steelers, Pens, Pirates. That makes sense. So,
And then they actually last year at the end of the season, they actually did a thing where they did a 5-minute segment at the beginning of the show to talk about the Pirates because they weren't going to talk about them the rest of the show. So they made it mandatory that basically they had to talk about the Pirates for 5 minutes.
I get
So
that.
that's how they feel about them here.
And the Kelseys just straight up. The Kelseys
Cereal.
invented the greatest cereal combo of all time.
It's good.
It's Cinnamon
good.
Toast Crunch,
Okay.
Lucky Charms,
Uh-huh.
and
Reese's.
What is it? Reese's.
Reese's.
Like Reese's Puffs, dude.
Branded or like
Yeah,
Bobo
it is
brand?
Branded.
General
Yeah,
Mills
it is
came together
branded?
and said, "Hey, we're
Okay,
gonna let you create
that's
a cereal, and it's just
Yeah,
trail
my-
mix cereal,
I'm into that.
dude. Both dry
My-
and wet. That's fantastic."
My wife, the Taylor Swift fan, told me about it today.
Your wife's a Taylor Swift fan?
Yo, tell her I said what up. I'm a big Swiftie.
Danny's a
Good
big
for you.
Swiftie. I have a daughter
Thank
named Taylor after Taylor Swift, but I'm not that big of a fan. So we all.
We're listening to T Swift right now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, what are you listening
What
to?
song?
Love of my life.
This is content.
I don't know what Love of My Life is. What is that off of Everbright?
That's off the Tortured Poets Society, right?
Oh,
Yes,
great.
thank you,
Or
Danny.
whatever, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Okay. The Tortured Poets Society is a really bad album.
It's not my
It is
favorite.
not good music.
So we started
Come at me,
actually-
bro.
I'm
Come at me, bro.
I'm coming all day because that is not a good album.
All right, so hey, if you are, since this is a special event, Chasers. Since this is, I'm making fun of you every time I say it. Every time I say it, I'm aware. Chasers, what's up?
That's not the 8.5 Miller Lights.
No. Even when I'm in Philly, in my house, every time I say Chasers, be aware I'm making fun of Alex. So here's the thing, Chasers, listen up. And
1989. 1989. That's
I
what
love
it's
1980. 1989 started my T Swift journey. 1989 had a real Tegan and Sarah feel to me, and I'm a big Tegan and Sarah fan.
That's what we listen to as we set up.
Yeah, that's what we listen to as we set up. But that's kind of what I was getting at, and I never finished my thought because we got turned away. I'm not into Tortured Poets Society right now, but every album of hers for me has been a slow burn. Like I didn't enjoy Lover until like a year and a half later.
Like
I didn't like
alcohol,
Willow until later.
Cigarettes, things like that, things that are sinful in nature and things that make your body worse. You have to acquire the taste for each Taylor Swift album.
No.
How does that make her good?
No.
If you have to acquire the taste for it, how does that make it anything worthwhile?
Great question. No, I don't think it's like oh, you got to get used to it. Your body can't handle all that pure heroin you're injecting. I don't think it's that. I think it's more so much the fact that, like take Red or 1989 or Reputation, and people like these albums so much that when Departure of that album comes out, they're like, oh crap, I kind of wanted like a 1989 Part 2 or a Reputation Part 2, and you don't get that. So it takes you, at least for me, I'm only speaking for me, it takes me a minute or two to appreciate the album for the album of being itself, not a continuation of the thing that I liked before. And it takes me a little bit to get out of that mindset.
So let me throw this out.
Sure.
Matt and Chris, I love that you guys are just kind of here for this conversation Danny and I are having.
We are here for it.
We have not engaged with you guys at all. But
Well, that's what we did.
But here's the
We're
thing.
good at this.
Every artist has that apex mountain.
Mhm.
What is the top of your ability to sell yourself, to do your thing? Where are you at your most powerful? And right now is Taylor Swift's most powerful. Like Dave Matthews, she could make a song about peanut butter and jelly, and people are so under her trance that they would say is the greatest song of all time because it's about peanut butter and jelly. And no, it's just people are just assigning her this brilliance, so she gets away with whatever. And I just think she can't go anywhere from here, so she's going to have to fall from this point. There is no higher level for her to go. What else can she do?
Is it bolting or is it dropping the mic?
Maybe.
I think, and this is coming as a bystander watching all this, from afar and just in the passenger seat, like Maddie is in the car right now. I think that she is an artist and a lady of peaks and valleys. I think the Eras Tour has set herself a new peak, because then once she goes back to the drawing board, writes her new songs, and then releases her next album and goes to her next tour, it's going to even take it to the next level.
And I look forward to her next album, The Tightest End. Like I'm so excited for that.
Okay, that is that's lazy. Here's the thing, though. All right, hold on. I mean, it's not a look. You just let's take Dave Grohl. Like, look at his. Yeah, seriously though.
Go
like
back to Dave Grohl and T Swizzle.
Yeah, T Swift has some beef with Dave Grohl, brother.
we got there. That was last week's episode.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. But like, let's take a look at Dave Grohl's trajectory. Like, DC hardcore like punk band when he played with Scream, like doing the underground Scream thing, to Pacific West Coast, grunge icon, then to Led Zeppelin-esque Rena Iraq, global arena selling out band of Foo Fighters. Where's he go after that? If I were to guess, he kind of goes to that like Tom Petty or Neil Young, like old guy with an acoustic guitar on a stool. Like they're just everything doesn't have to be a pop banger. Like she can move and elevate and continue growth of her career outside of what it looks like now.
Can I sidebar really quick?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine how better of the challenge would have gone if the game would have ended right now?
Yes,
dude, that's what I'm saying. 9:15.
This is beer 9 for me, and I stopped
9:15
drinking it.
Made that happen, but
yes,
when it was the fifth inning, and it was like an hour and 10 minutes into the game, I knew I was fucked. There was no way. Matt, tell me. You know what? Okay, Matthew Paul Pupo, my love. Tell me.
Endless love.
Why I should believe for a millisecond that this year is going to be different than any other year for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Why should I believe that this loss means anything?
You shouldn't.
Well, okay. Well, that is not the content I was anticipating. I was hoping for confidence, but as a Pirates fan, I get it. I do.
Listen, they can't score runs. Like they make absolutely boneheaded fielding errors. They make base running errors. They can't bunt. Like their starting pitching and their bullpen is obviously like the highlight of their team. But like outside of Brian Reynolds, like there's nobody that hits consistently on that team.
All right,
And that's
Matt.
a problem. That's a problem. Henry Davis, who they drafted 1-1 last year for Paul Skeens, who was supposed to be the savior, they can't figure out. He used to mash home runs in college. Then the Pirates got a hold of him, and he can't even get the ball out of the infield now.
Oh
then they're going to go to the trade deadline. They're probably going to add some right fielder from the Oakland A's who's batting like 270 right now and bring him in, and everybody's going to be like, oh, wow, they really made a move this year. Oh, boy, they're going for it. And that's not going to be the case. And come September 1st, they're going to be, 15 games out of a playoff spot? They're going to take a slide here, man. They always do. It's a shame. They keep saying 2025 was always their goal for this rebuild and this plan that they had. So the front office is sitting on that.
Okay, so fans, here's the joy, and here's why we wanted Matt Pupo to be a part of this show since the very beginning, because he is a diehard, and I mean diehard, Philadelphia Eagles fan. I mean, this guy has lived through the Kevin Cobb, the Domac, all of the eras. He has been a part of all of it.
Don't forget Rodney Pete. Don't forget Randall Cunningham.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, he gets it. In 2009, moved out to Pittsburgh and decided to become a Pirates fan, which, to be honest, he was a Braves fan before, so this is better. I prefer him being a Pirates fan than a Braves fan, so it's okay. So he has the nihilism of an early 2000s Philadelphia fan as a Pirates fan. So this is why you're finally getting someone in the universe saying why the Pirates are massively overrated and are not going to do it no matter what Paul Skeens does. Matt is telling you right now why the Pirates are a cute, adorable story, but not actually for real. Matt, do you challenge anything I just said?
Absolutely not.
Do we think that through NIL, we'll be able to draft guys that then show up the next year?
Yeah, because they will make more money at NIL being a college player than they would playing for the Toledo Mud Hens.
100%. 100%. Because Paul Skeens, I imagine, made a decent.
The Mud Hens are a franchise history. Historic franchise. Yeah, what did I say? Franchise history?
Franchise history.
They're that
franchise history.
Yeah, they're a franchise history. Whatever, dude.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Listen, there is nobody in the world that wants to see the Pirates go to the playoffs and do well, because this town is so much cooler when they're relevant. The vibe is different. Like downtown's different. People talk differently.
A baseball team. Get the hell out of here. That's a Pittsburgh thing. Anybody with a baseball team.
Just saying, it's a better town when the baseball team's good.
The game is over, ladies and gentlemen, but Alex has rejoined the game.
I am back. So here's the deal.
No, yeah, I agree with you. Also, like the MLB draft, the NFL draft, like college football is marketed in its prime time and a big money maker. When do you ever see college baseball? I watched the college World Series, that tournament this year.
Why?
Because it was interesting. I had fun. It was on.
I guess. Okay.
It is fun.
It's metal bats. It doesn't matter.
It is a little weird. It is a little different, but yeah.
I'd rather watch the Little League World Series. If I'm going to watch metal bats, let it be the Little League.
We should probably wrap this up. There is one good album.
What's that?
We should probably wrap this up.
Should we?
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
We're at 3 hours.
Just about. 2 hours, 52 minutes. Guys, I did not complete the 999. Dane, did you complete it? I don't even know.
I'm here with it. So, no, I did not. This is the final.
You know what? As far as first annual 999 challenges go, this was not bad. I am so excited that we were able to close this episode out with Chris and Maddie P. The Stizzlator, Okay, on our broadcast. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Fish, thank you so much for stopping
Yeah,
in
Fish,
earlier.
man, thank you. You were great. Much,
great
man. You're in
guy.
a car. Your lighting's terrible. Your audio.
How many
complete
tunnels
shit.
have we gone through?
Yeah, right.
We're on
great
the
guy.
other side of the tunnels. You're good now.
Oh
You're
yeah.
good.
Just making sure. You never know. You never know out in Pittsburgh. We did it.
Hey, we did it. It
We
went off the rails
survived.
sometimes. We caught some audibles. We didn't quite finish the challenge. The Phils had they helped us out very little in that regard.
Shit the
We
bed.
want to thank Fish. We want to thank Chris. We want to thank Maddie P. We want to thank everyone for hopping on. We want to thank everyone for watching. Hey, we'll do better in 2 weeks from now. I promise. We're taking next week off to screw all you guys.
Yes.
Hello there! Well, there you have it. The 2024 999 Challenge is in the books. We hope you enjoyed this journey. Make sure to keep listening and watching the Quit Chasin' podcast. I'm Arthur Deedle, signing off.